Good morning, family. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. You would think, late as you is, you'd have had that together.
They did that at the store. They did that at the store, Casey, but because my old phone was so old, everything transferred over, but it didn't transfer over and turn on.
You see me anyway.
Nobody can see you. We gotta do an introduction.
Tell one player, he was like, man, one player said the bishop, he said the bishop never noticed him. And he said the bishop, he said, man, paint your car bright or something, man, do something spectacular, then I might notice you. Yeah, so do something to make me notice you, you know what I'm saying?
Hello, Flint, good morning. My name is Jordan Sheridan. I am a journalist, not from Michigan, but I feel like I'm here more than my own home state. And I've been reporting on the Flint water crisis.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say that the actions from the police department in the last 2 days, I fully condemn the actions that have taken place.
And we live, yeah, family. Give me one more click. I gotta shoot this thing to certain people, you know. I'm still trying to process what happened. You gotta bear with me. You gotta bear with me. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, bear with me. I got one more hit I gotta do. I gotta hit it here. You gotta work with me. Okay. I mean, I'm working now. Okay, let me get to this thing real quick. Y'all know. I ain't had sleep all night. I'd be lying to you if I told y'all I got some sleep. If y'all think I got some sleep, it's impossible. Let me tell y'all the truth right now. I've been up all morning. But let me see who we got. Concrete Jungle, good morning. David B, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. I ain't going. Keep supporting 810, beloved. Asaya Quill, a.k.a. Mama Quill. Michael B, H. Spag, Cassandra Scott, Tasha Bella, Michelle Odie. What it do? RJ Cat, Mr. Thomas. You said it, I didn't. Meat Freaks Barbecue, what it do? Good morning, good brother. Michelle 69, Shantae Rollins, good morning. Michelle Smith, a.k.a. Ann, good morning. Georgia boy, top of the morning. Rose Gaddis, good morning. We got my good brother Marcus Fielder tapping in from California. Fairfield, that is. I'm thinking I'm getting up out of here. Lawrence Burton, good morning. Hey, that Fairfield looking better and better, my good brother Marcus Fielder. Salty Chef. Canada ain't so, it ain't far. And it looked like it's being better too. By the day. Cameron Hardy, good morning. And Asaya Quill said, hello, Kang.
Hello, everyone.
Coretta House, good morning. Just me. I'm confused as you is this morning. Elizabeth, let me get it right. Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney. Thanks for tapping in. Beautiful Carolyn Hendrick. Thank you, sister, for tapping in. Felicia Martinez. Good morning. Debbie Clark. Good morning, wonderful. Good morning. Granny G, what it do? If y'all think I've been drinking all night, maybe I have. It's one of them days. Michael Cooley, my good brother from Greenwood, Mississippi. Welcome to the 662. I might be coming there. What's up, beautiful Karma Lewis in the building? Pop Gaddis, good morning. I know y'all ain't come to see me. Y'all came to see the king. I'm just gonna be here as a co-pilot to drive this ship to wherever it's going. Y'all know if we crash it, I was drinking. Denise, good morning, tapping in from Georgia. Jared D, Breckenridge or Jared D B. Look, man, right now I'm all over the place. But good morning and thanks for tapping in. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Kevin Earls. Wyntis been on the phone politicking. I can just tell you that it ain't Taco Bell, but it might have been. Mine was I took a shot. I took a shot. Something I ain't done in a long time. I took a drink. Isaiah Thomas family, thanks for tapping in. Reginald Davis, what it do? Man, I'm telling you right now, it's real. Lawrence Burton said, good morning, Kane.
Good morning.
Cash Williams, what it do? Let me tell you, Jeff. Brother, I've been waiting on you to tap in. You know, I went to celebrate, and I'm just telling you, I was just happy. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? It was collective. It was unanimous. So I'm telling you, it's collective. Brother, I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it together. Carnage 155. What it do? Yeah, I celebrated the budget pass. I'm not gonna lie. Tasha Lynn, good morning. Miss Spring Heron, good morning. Thank you, beloved. I will be. I'm not changing my religion, but I gotta come to y'all church. I don't know. I gotta, I'm trying to figure it out. Jimmy tapping in from Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you for tapping in, good brother. Thank you. D Dreams, what it do? I'm thinking I'm dreaming too this morning. Mr. Classic, we here. We crawled into Thursday, but the king gonna get us through this, gonna get us through this. Sweet cupcake on break. Good morning. Good morning. My brother Elliot McCants. Y'all know we're gonna see y'all probably later on or something, we might do anything. How we rolling around this thing. Sonia Cherie. That sounds a little French. It's the wrong day for me to get the little French in me, Ooh, that's some strong coffee right there. I tell you that right there. That can wake a mule up. Miss D, good morning. And smash that like button, as she say. Smash that. Hey, Kane, hey, everybody. I got to get over there and set his laptop up. Give me 1 second. The beautiful Deborah Luna then tapped in, and we got my guy, my brother, Floyd Turner. Smash that like button. Erica Gaddis said, good morning, Kane.
Good morning.
We got little mama Grand Rising, and she said, Mr. My Davis, good morning. Then we got Detroit boy in the building. Good morning. Bonnie Vanner tapping in from New Orleans. Felicia, now come on, give us what this show sponsored by today. Give us what this show sponsored by. I got to know who's sponsoring this one. Come on now, you've been working. I did it yesterday. The flow is yours. Nell, what it do? Welcome. We gonna, we just here to report the news. Ashley Gaddis, good morning. Aluna Calloway Lane, good morning. Loving Me, good morning. Eleanor Wicker, good morning. Carol Kincaid, good morning. I hear Eleanor says, hit that like button, quit playing. RJ Cat, we're gonna get through this.
I lied. I'm gonna pop on for a second. Show's sponsored by coffee, buddy.
Oh, okay.
We were up late last
for shizzle. And we got Mark Hutchison. Am I tripping on did Neely negotiate nothing again after all the ruckus? The budget passed with no change. Am I wrong? Well, you know what? They saved $3 million. Eddie Gray, thanks for tapping in. Christelle Monique, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Marcia A. Tarbert, beautiful. How you doing? That's why I'm on here trying to tell the people. Thank you, beautiful. That's why I put your comment up here so you can break this down. Because I need y'all to help me with this. I need y'all. Good morning, 810 News Media Group family, bumpers, cousins, and Mr. Davis. Please remember the 25-26 budget did not pass. They only passed the sections of the budget involving wages, salary increases, no layoffs. Then nobody want to take that call right there to say they was laying people off. The way of Jesus Christ Church, thank you for all over there. Stanley Wood, thank you for tapping in. He said, good morning, Kane.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, okay, Marcus Fielder. There's a positive outcome to every situation, my brother, but you're more than welcome to join the West Coast. And is no games. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Then we got Reverend James Jim Gaddis in the building. Good morning. As you can see, Trevor's on the ones and twos. Lanita Murray, good morning. We got Cameron Hardy, good morning. Will the budget get vetoed? I don't know. But as you know, they breaking it down. Dennis told us, he said, hold on before you make any assumptions. What I said, well, I was gonna go get drunk. So I can come in this morning and honestly say I don't know what went down. I was there, but I left early. They didn't want to lay off nobody, but they didn't mind laying me off. Tidra Owens, good morning. I'll tell you, this is like, I mean, hey, listen, I hope they feel like that for the news, man. I'm just telling you the news. Aubrey Collins, good morning. She said, good morning, Maurice.
Good morning.
We got Tony Terry in the building from Miami-Dade County, 305. That's in Florida looking sweet, too. Uh-oh, about T. Don't have me looking for y'all there. Then they're finna put a missing person out on you. But I'm getting myself together, Mom. I'm getting my thoughts together. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Y'all know Christopher Sims, thank you for coming back. They said the budget passed with no proposed increases, right? It stayed as it is, basically. Nakia Harris, I'm not the budget man. I don't know nothing about budgets. I just know how to make money and spend it. Mr. LC to you, good morning. I'm telling you, M. Corsi, what it do? He said, peace and blessings from the 856. All these places are looking wonderful to me now. I don't know why. Javier Jones tapping in from Durham, North Carolina. Then we got beautiful Michelle Young. How you doing, beauty? Kamala Buford, good morning. Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis said, good morning, Maurice.
Good morning, Pastor.
Sir Gregory, what it do, good brother? He said, good morning to me, you, and Trevor. And he said, Kane, I know y'all who y'all come to see. I know y'all didn't come to see me, but the man of the hour, I'm just trying to get these pleasantries out. But, you know, it takes so long for me, man. I was up all night on the bottle. Tell him again, Mark. He said, for what I understand and realize is the budget was going to pass whether you like it or not. I'm wrong to think the bigger fight is police brutality and Miss Biggs voted in that third ward seat. Brother, you hitting it on the nose, brother, when I say you one of the realest you are. Darnell Dumas, good morning. And that's the only Dumas Wyntis like. I can actually vouch for that. A lot of things I can't vouch for. Megan Swanson, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Then we got Woody Wood. Good morning, Woodrow. Then we got the OG Wickster then tapped in. We got Merck 76 then tapped in. And we got the beautiful one herself, Miss Beverly Biggs Levy. Let's walk her in that third ward seat, family. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you like what's going on, don't like what's going on, change is right there. It's not for me to tell you, but I'm just, if you want change, there go a picture right there of a woman that's changed. Hey, how you doing, Felicia? Okay, Mickey's roll call day is sponsored by Pastor Matthew, who put the concerned pastors on blast. Let them know, sir, and let the church say amen. Oh my goodness, here comes Satan today. Hold on, hold up before you about to mess up. Let me the people want me to talk to them. Let me just get these how everybody doing. I'm just trying to okay, hold on. Yeah, good. Let me finish because when they say you know how when people say somebody can blow you with everything you got going on, mine just got blue. I'm sober now. I'm sober. Good morning, Andre Holland. Let me just roll through this thing. Andre Holland. Good morning. Javier Ellis. Good morning. What's this? Lindsay Erica Gaddis. Good morning. I just shook him up. Matthew Hogg Smith. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
That's the pastor from the People's Church.
Facts. Bubba Gaddis. Good morning. My brother Elliot McCants again. Good morning. Moon Lagoon. Good morning. Let me roll through this thing. I got to go take another drink. Sherry Island. Beautiful Sherry Island. Good morning. I'm LaWanna Terry. Nice meeting you and your beautiful family, LaWanna Terry. It's always meeting your kids. I'm telling y'all, boy, I don't even know where to start at. Hey, Maxter in the building. Good morning, Maxter in the building. Boy, I can tell you, they blew minds. Pastor Marvin Gaddis. I gotta go to all the churches now. I gotta figure what's going on. L, the Golden Child Sharp. Good morning. I'm telling Otis, what's up, baby? Football season finna start. That's the only, it is. Is this what we doing? The load that just got dropped on me blew whatever I had in me out.
I didn't tell you about the second one I got.
No, that's enough. I don't want to know. Kendrick Jones, good morning. Big Mama Gaddis in the building, good morning. Shanita, what's that? Shanita Ware, good morning. Lenore Sale, good morning, beautiful. I'm just telling you, let me get to that. Sunflower 34, good morning, good morning. Ashley Gaddis Jordan, good morning, family, good morning.
I know it's so much Maurice, the mic's not on.
Good morning. Miss Kariza Smith, good morning. I'm telling you, boy, when y'all can blow a person, I mean, there's no better way to get sober than with unbelievable news. Deborah, killed it. When I say they just blew it. Ernston, man, Ernston. Just get my money, Erskine. Now I've been hearing things, Erskine. I hear things. Now I gotta get my other 35%. I don't care about nothing else no more. And you cutting me close, Erskine. I'm hearing things now. I'm not gonna get off into no late conversations.
Yep, Erskine. I was on time.
And rendezvous. I'm not gonna say nothing. Not gonna say nothing. On time for what? To blow my bump I had this morning.
Well, I only told you about one of them. You give me another 3 seconds. Go cut the mics off for 3 more seconds.
What's up, Johnny? I'm telling you, I'm so
cut
disgusted.
it off, Mickey. I need another 2.
Let me just get to hold on. Jazzy Melanie, good morning, because I'm gonna probably leave. I'm being honest with you. Y'all can have it.
You ain't jump off the plane. You about to land it and put it in park?
Nancy Adams, good morning. Donnell Meredith, good morning. I'm trying to tell you. This is crazy. Executive sessions this early?
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, God be with us. Be with us.
Okay, while they're in executive session, I'll continue on. Since they have to go and talk and blow each other's minds, it's great. It's fine. It's dandy. But no, Wyntis was not on time. She walked in that room at 9:17. You trying to lie to me? The show starts at 9, and she walks in at 9:17. She had to go get her coffee. I tell you. Well, I'm willing to bet she gets her coffee from Taco Bell. She is one of them type folk. Hi, Mickey. Yeah, I see you looking at me. Anywho. Oh. I don't even know what the hell he's doing. Okay. I can talk with... Hey, he's figuring it out. Cool. So, Wiggate is finally over. Oh, no. Don't you do that, meat freaks. Because, next time she shows up, she's going to have the most audacious dead animal on top of her head. Did you hear Trevor Berryhill hit that note? Which note? I hit a couple notes. Oh, are you guys back? Are you back? You haven't unmuted yet. I love you, buddy.
We muted. My bad.
There he is. All right.
My bad. Y'all just you could have stayed home, man. Maurice could have.
Well, you told me to keep bringing the bangers.
I ain't tell you to bring nothing. To be
That's what he
honest
said.
with you.
Bring the bangers. That's what he said. Shouts out to ATN News Media Group. And the greatest producer in the world around here, we call him Space D Sprockets, but today we just gonna call him Manila Mick. That's for that Manila envelope I got sitting over here. And then to the right of me, we got our co-host for the Bump Club, Mr. Maurice Davis. Always great to be in here with the King. And then last but not least, our other brother, the third figure to ATN News Media Group, our graphics art producer, Trevor Berryhill. Thank you, Trevor, for all you do. And now back to you. So what are we gonna do now?
Oh, hold on. Let me get to it.
See, now you got it in Maurice here. And you know Maurice don't like that music.
I couldn't even spring it
on
on you.
You put it up there on
That's
Maurice.
a lie. He was jamming.
I couldn't even spring it on you. You know, you just blew my morning coming in. Like, usually, go ahead to the weather.
Well, you knew I was early for Reese.
I can forecast it. We in trouble, family. They're gonna break down what she finna say. We in trouble.
We are in trouble. So today is right now 64 degrees. It feels like 64. Today we got a high of 77. Showers early, then cloudy in the afternoon. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain 50%. So it's gonna be a little hot and rainy today. It's a little cloudy, a little gloomy. Mick, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I just told you. I gave it the breakdown before we even went there. We in trouble.
We in trouble, Mick. We the news.
I feel for the residents. I'm just telling you. I'm really laughing from starting to cry up here.
Right? You gotta laugh. I keep from crying. It's worse.
Man, I don't really want to cry.
I'm ready for the show to go on.
I really want to take that little envelope and kick it across the street, to be honest with you. I don't even want you to open it up.
You know what? I didn't open it up until I got home last night. And I bet you I was up to about 2:30 this morning just looking at the ceiling like it was a whole dream.
Barb Harrington, good morning, beautiful.
It was all a dream.
I wasn't no dream.
I wanted it to be.
Yep, you woke up and seen America's Nightmare. Good morning, Avis, beautiful. Good morning for tapping in. I can't even say Avis Hopkins. This ain't the good one for me. I'm telling y'all, I done went straight dumb.
Huh? Uh-oh.
I don't know, man.
That Snow said envelope.
What's up, Maria
gate.
Carter, my family? Good morning. I'm saying, this ain't a gate. You open it up, it's gonna tell the truth on something.
She said, well, hey, my sister Maria, you ain't called me in about 4 days. But good morning.
I listen.
You awful quiet.
Yes, I am.
We'll talk, Vicky.
What to talk about? Jamaica Wynn Leonard, thanks for tapping in. Good morning to you. And did I miss anybody? Wanda Smith, double good morning to you. Snowman, what up?
Where's Miss Jackson? Is she on here? Miss Eunice Jackson, report to the lectern.
That's who I've been waiting on anyway.
Mickey, why you so quiet now? You make me nervous when you sit on because
I ain't made you nervous. You the one came in here with that envelope. They don't give me stuff like that because I'd have threw it away at council. Beginners are good morning. You
should know, like when strange people just walk up to you and just you're like, hi, and here you go. And I'm like,
you should have knew then. It ain't like
I'm like, well, and I ain't have to sign nothing, so it ain't nothing I got to go to court for. So
remember
Mission
Impossible? Remember Mission Impossible with like this message is about to self-destruct. That's what that shit should have did after you looked at it. Should have blew up then after you read it. Pastor Gaddis, I'm gonna go up here and look for it. No, I didn't see it. Pastor Gaddis, let me go look for what you said. Okay, not that one. Let me see, good brother. Let me see. Where we at? Oh, it said, did she get? Oh, did you get? Pastor Gaddis said, did you get the information with this?
Where did you send it to? Because no. After I read this last night, Maurice can answer. No, she ain't seen nothing else. No, I didn't get nothing. I didn't check no messages. That was pretty heavy. Yes, Doc. That's real heavy.
Raphael Bird, good morning. Well, we at the 288. When do you want to start? They want to know the envelope. What them likes at first? I gotta know what them likes at before we just give y'all this.
Oh, we got to almost 300 people. We need at least 200 likes before we get to talking about this envelope. we need 300. We need 3,000 people before we talk about this envelope.
Good Lord.
Right? Maurice didn't even say it. Good Lord.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Wyntis.
You're welcome.
The only thing I can say is when they say Wyntis, I don't know. You need to stay off the phone at nighttime.
I wasn't on the phone last night.
I bet you wasn't. He said, "What's your email?"
Shit. They already got my phone number. I'm not giving I'll text you by email, Pastor Gaddis.
It was that deep, huh? But I do love like I said, today's show and tomorrow's show probably gonna be hard to top.
Man,
it's gonna be hard. But let this
that community activist hit different. Them sources hit different.
Hit totally different, though.
You be coming into knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, Mickey, we came into knowledge, Mickey. Look at it that way.
Nah, I ain't say we. That's your ass on that one. This ain't no we. We ain't French today.
We, Mickey.
No way.
We.
No way. I speak English good now. You see how I sobered up and seeing what went down? Now let's get to it. Now let's get to it, Wyntis. We at the 288. I can't tell what a like said and a dislike.
You didn't sound out on me, Mickey. Listen, y'all. They all like, what the hell is going on? What's in the envelope?
It's a woosah moment.
Yeah, I had to breathe for that one for a second. So, in this envelope, and we
no games. Good morning.
We'll talk about it after we talk about the budget, but. In this envelope in my hand, I am holding the settlement agreement, the confidential settlement agreement from the concerned pastors and Melissa May's lawsuit. It's heavy.
Oh, that's Melissa May's lawsuit?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Lord be with us.
Yes, sir.
I mean, she can probably finally take care of me. Good morning, Francine Johnson.
Baby, they can build us a building from the ground up.
That's right.
A tower, Sears Tower building. And then the other one I got is United States District Court, Eastern District of Michigan, Southern Division, the notice of the special master regarding the status of claims process for the distribution of payments for the water settlement. It's some heavy stuff right there, man. That's some heavy stuff. That kept me up.
Kept you up all night.
It kept me up.
Then you want to come on here and spill the beans. You could have went live right from your phone. But them people could just been picking on you. Good morning, YJ717. Chris Caleb, what it do? That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
happy birthday to Mama Aquill this morning. If people don't know who Mama Aquill is, that's AKA.
Happy birthday, Mama
Asaya
Aquill. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mama Aquill. And we also praying this morning for our other bumper, Teresa Nestor. They found cancer again.
Oh, wow.
And right now she's at the cancer center treatment. She posted it. So our appointment's at 9:30. So let's send them prayers up right now that everything is going okay and they can cure her once again.
Absolutely.
I think this is the third time that she done been battling this cancer here in Flint. So
and you and our prayers, Teresa.
Yeah, she came to counsel yesterday. I mean, when you see people sick like that and had cancer, they keep fighting it. She still came to counsel. She got dizzy, had to leave. But she still came. So there's no excuse for a healthy person that wants change to not come.
Facts.
So the budget. Hold
on. I'm fine. Hold up. The budget passed. We gotta give the budget passed. Hey, look, they got it done.
I don't know which one passed, but I mean all of them passed.
New one, good morning.
I got a bunch of questions. I'm glad we got a former councilman here that can help us out with what the hell happened last night. We left. because I got the numbers they got to hurt my head. I drove all the way up 75 back. He was still standing there at the lectern, not knowing what he was. I mean, he didn't have no answers. He kept saying, "I don't know." And
Of course.
Hold up, but you gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand this now. My beautiful sister put it right here to the max. Let me get to it because it's coming down.
I'm gonna break it down.
No, Marcia Tarver said budget did not pass. Please understand that. Now let's get that out here. The budget did not pass.
They passed now this is where it gets tricky to me because I'm not like Judy. I'm not a student in finance. Okay. So they passed the 2024-2025 budget, or they as is or something like that. I told Dennis to be on standby, call in, explain to us what the hell happened. One of them council people, I know y'all watching. Let us know what the hell y'all did. But they did collectively. Let me back up. They collectively worked together, and it was proven to us because when Dennis made that beautiful motion, the city attorney explained it. Nobody objected or even got angry when Leon left. So that's the first clue that I knew that they already had something. When Leon left, nobody said nothing. I knew something was going on then. Okay. So you got to pay attention to it. The last 2 years after the budget passed, we came on here. This year, I told y'all what was going to happen. We was going to go through this, a couple meetings of it not passing, a press conference here. He was going to call one. He was going to get the news involved. They was going to scare him with the layoffs. And then the budget was going to pass. Everything happened in the order that I presented it to you last month. So today I'm coming on here just to tell you that they passed the 2024 budget to continue it on. And then they passed part of the 2025 budget. I did the clip. Let me send it to Trevor. No,
but you see this right here. This from Ernst & Young. He supposed to be getting my money. You know, he got that office. It said it was last year's budget with increases, but they will have to pass through council of the increases.
Yeah. But see, it's that one little thing that bothers me about the mayor can keep writing them $75,000 checks.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm at the gambling table and I gave you all my chips.
On council, no vote, or if you abstain, it's still a vote.
Yeah.
It passed.
Yeah.
Because money continued, no shutdown.
They had to pass something.
But nothing has ever shut down.
That's right.
And when Wyntis came back there last night, he was telling me, the budget, if people gonna get laid off, I said, Wyntis, you know as well as I do. I see it's customary for HR to send out notices that it's gonna be layoffs. That is customary. They plan off the lack of the people's not knowing, lack of intelligence.
Ignorance.
Okay,
that's exactly right.
And so that's customary. Now, what Eddie Smith did, the HR director, when he penned that letter to the city and the employees, that's not customary. I never seen the HR directors write nothing to no employees. I never seen no employees speaking out against council. All of that was just pressure to get them to pass.
That's correct.
Like I told Wyntis, and he agreed with me. Well, nobody getting laid off because that means you got union protected employees.
No, wasn't nobody getting laid
you
off.
Got to serve the union first. They got to go through all of this. The first people that was going to have to leave would have been the mayor's appointees. All the exempt, the department heads, like them was going to be the ones out the door, not the workers. But the budget passed. 2024, 25, 26, they did something. Let me send Trevor the clip and maybe Trevor, do you have it clipped already? Trevor, where you at?
In the back.
Okay. Well, I
went to bed last night. Them numbers were crazy.
Oh, okay. Now see the part I clipped. I don't know. Me and Mickey was talking about it on the phone. Well, we'll have it. We'll get it clipped for you. Trevor, can you do me a favor while we talking about it and go to, is at the very, very end of the meeting and just clip the part where Dennis made the motion so we can actually hear what he passed or what they all passed unanimously, all 7 of them, because Leon left and then it's a third ward vacancy.
See, I'm looking at what Mr. Thomas said. They didn't have the votes to change it. All of Dennis' amendments failed. Yeah, because I seen the mayor. They just took took $500,000 off his budget. He still got the $1 million. I'm not happy with the budget. I'm gonna just read some. This was an email I got, but I was like, man, I'm not.
Right.
Oh, you saw the email too?
Yeah, I got that email too, but I was still stuck
Yeah,
looking at the ceiling.
I said I don't know nothing about budget, so I gotta, it'll be explained. But when I see Dennis explain what he said,
oh yeah, I forgot. Let me read Dennis
in the group, and in your group.
Yeah, he put it.
And I was like, okay,
because my
this what
post.
I read. Like I wasn't finna come on here and do none of this. It's this what I looked at the third paragraph that got sent to me when it said quickly. It said the budget after budget failed, full of felony crimes. And
read the whole thing. Read the whole thing.
No, you go ahead. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, but I was getting these emails last night.
We always get these emails.
And I said I'm not finna go at my people like that because I don't know. But like I said, the budget. I was back there arguing with one man.
You want me to read it?
Go ahead, read
it. He like to be hollering at me. So this is one of them emails that can't be traced back. The title of it was budget. It said all that barking and no bite, just talk, weak clowns. End of the day, it is was all pointless theater. I refuse to believe anyone in this is this stupid. Oh Lord, I need to start over. I'm sounding like somebody. I refuse to believe anyone is this stupid. So they all must be controlled opposition. I don't trust any of them. Quickly folded and gave away all their leverage for nothing. Budget after budget full of felony crimes and malfeasance. And malfeasance. Mm-hmm. And for the last week, they distracted everyone with budget deficit nonsense, fake theater from terrible actors.
But see, I'm
not gonna get on them.
No, I'm not, because they had that's what I was saying. People, they had to pass something. Now I did agree they saved $3 million.
Didn't they have it to June 30th though to work it all out?
But I'm like this with Sherry Allen. The council didn't ask for anything for the people, regardless of passing last year's budget. Now, will they have a chance to ask for money for the residents? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like when men want
to. The answer is no.
The answer is no.
No, actually, hell no.
Hell no.
Well, they dropped the ball. That's when you did the department heads. Remember, if you spin it back at the beginning of the budget hearing, you call in the police chief, the Treasury Department, DW, HR, each department, all the way up to the clerk's office.
Yes, sir.
That's doing budget. You forensic, how much it costs to run these offices, departments, and all the expenses and expenditures.
Right.
Is it solvent? That's doing budget. This here stuff is just performance, just like you read it in that statement. The mayor, he always want to make sure he can get what he can because he want to administer the money. They supposed to be the purse string, as Mays would refer. Right. That's where I come in to make sure, no, I'm going to reel this in because where's the residents in this? I almost said the wrong thing. But them people that's on council, they concerned with city business instead of the residents' business. You don't elect me to make sure the city is moving forward. And,
right.
And I'm going to use the word. That's why they call it council. I'm your attorney.
Right.
For
you represent me. You represent
the residents.
Right.
That's what that was stating. People don't understand. You got to really learn how to articulate the difference between administration and legislative. What you was going to talk about with the concerned pastors, what they doing now is just, it's unreal. It's going to drop tears to your eyes because then it explained the tarps. It explained nobody seen out of $626 million, not one dime. But they articulated that, the residents going to get money. It's all a lie.
It's all a lie.
But when you really stand strong for it, they push you out the way. Say, hold up, you ain't gonna mess us up. So they play on ignorance of not knowing. Ignorance don't mean you crazy or dumb. Right. You just don't know what they're doing.
Don't know. Yeah.
I've been figured out. Wait a minute, I run business, so I know the difference. I deal with contracts each and every day of the week. Hold up. Residents ain't getting nothing out of this.
No.
Y'all concerned. That's why Miss Priestley and all them concerned with the verbiage of the city. Liddell Lewis, the city. Heifer, you ain't down there representing no city. You representing the people on that north end.
Right.
In your ward.
Right.
Now, what happened was they busted a move on them. This the the gangsters move they busted
Mm.
when they took from local taxes and moved them up to the state.
Baby.
Am I lying?
That was gangster.
That was a gangster move
That was
to
gangster.
expedite the foreclosures out of here.
Yep.
And
they could put liens on your house, take it, garnish your checks, everything. Everything.
You have to be running this kind of stuff to understand it.
Yes,
and
sir.
I get it that the public everybody got an opinion.
Yep.
But everybody don't have knowledge.
Right.
You can't run that on somebody with not. So they put people down there that don't understand. I don't care about your title. I'm an accountant. I'm a doctor. I'm this. No. God he give talents.
Right.
I don't have a title, but I have a talent. And the talent is this. I care about the posture of the people I represent.
Maria, we will.
And that's where we at, Wyntis. That's all fluff. Nearly won hands down. High five because he could move. Because why? You got an election coming in 26. So he could throw it over into receivership and walk away.
So, and I'm glad you said that. It's like you knew where I was going with this, Maurice. And I asked Mickey this last night. Me and him talked about it, but we said we was gonna save it for today because you've been there. You was there for years.
I'm on.
So another thing, Wyntis said, well, they should have had the budget placed back there on the table for us to read. I said, Wyntis, see, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I said, when you was down here, y'all never had a budget back there on that table. Oh, well, you right. Yeah, I know I'm right. So quit getting up there with all that BS, okay? And so then but our question with me and Mickey was talking about last night, if this is the same budget from last year that got us in the red this year, we passed it again. Ain't we gonna be still using the general fund ARPA money?
No,
and
they
then,
saved $3 million.
How? When you look at this projection, that's what that is.
Just explain that they saved $3 million.
I know, but where?
Because remember, we brought in $64 million when he was trying to bring in that 60. Said the budget was $68 million. They just went back to what the budget was in 2024.
Did you read what Dennis
Keisha
posted?
means good morning.
Wow. So you see that? So
Justin Ellis said the budget amendments can be made in August when the third ward elections are
will
made.
there be any money left?
It ain't allocated yet.
He about to take off running. So didn't last year's budget include youth programs and all that stuff? He about to take off running.
I mean, but he's Queen Anifa Grand Rising, beautiful.
This ain't how this ain't budget stuff, is it?
Yeah, that's what
kindergarten stuff.
That's what the CFO presented had up on the screen.
That's kindergarten.
That's
stuff.
what he presented to him yesterday.
Ain't no city CFO got no mess like that.
Yes, he did. They put it up on the screen yesterday. This is a simplified ARPA balance. In 2024, he said the ARPA funds, oh, that's what I'm missing, my damn contacts. In 2024, the ARPA fund balance is $42.3 million. And then they just got a blue box for the general fund. They don't tell us how much in the general fund.
Ask Matt Weaver how to do a budget form supposedly with a real CFO.
I'm sure
that's not.
Man, I mean, budgets. I done did budgets too. This right here, they would have kicked me out of Hurley Board's room.
It's up on the screen now. What budget was passed? Dennis did this 10 hours ago.
So to clear up the confusion on the budget, what we passed was 61 million spending budget, down from the 68 million proposed, with the revenue expected to be 64. Expected to be 64 million. We went from a 4.2 deficit to a 3 million expected surplus.
It ain't guaranteed what you're saying.
No, that's projected.
Expected, hopefully.
So that's what everything come in from grants.
I don't care who tell it.
But wait a minute, Mickey, look. So 2024, they said the ARPA funds, we sitting at, we was sitting at 42.3 million. So carryover from council approved projects, they made sure they put that in there. Now the ARPA has went down to 20.7 million. And then they still saying carryover from council approved projects. And then in 2026, the ARPA funds, we're going to have $9 million left. But you see how the general fund keep growing? The ARPA funds it's a wrap. The requested budgets, like from all the way back from 2021. the revenue and expenditures. I'm gonna take pictures and post it on Reboot for everybody. And then this right here, I don't know what the hell this was. This right here
It's
is
a joke.
Personal cuts, the grants, the revised income tax. He said, well, the state of Michigan know how many people stay in Flint. So they received that money. I guess people just came out of the woodwork paying income taxes now. I don't know.
I heard them state last night they're gonna project that when they turn over to the state, the city of Flint hasn't been collecting income tax. So what they're gonna do, turn over to the state, and they're gonna come for arrearage income tax on collection, which people are already on fixed income and maxed out. So when they hit them with arrearage for so many years, that's gonna double down and expedite the foreclosures. So people ain't looking at the real cost. So the load is very top heavy. And that's why they don't even acknowledge the residents of age that own their house, the senior citizens, 50 and up, 60 and 70 and up. They look at them as now just ruthless because they have zero respect for them because they coming now for the money. And now it's classism at its best. And people don't really know. It's not about Maurice's opinion. It's about accurate knowledge.
Absolutely, Maurice.
It's accurate knowledge.
Absolutely.
And people don't function on knowledge. The mayor know they function off of, y'all might have heard this term, emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You can't run for city council with emotion. You better run to articulate knowledge or be a astute learner and care about people. And that right there is nothing but just nothing.
It's just nothing.
It's nothing.
But it seemed like year after year, Mick, like Mickey, if I came in every morning.
But you do late.
Shut the hell up. But if I came in every morning with a bag over my head and scare you, and then I take the bag off and you see it's me, soon enough, you're going to be like, I ain't scared of that no more. But every year they scare them with the layoffs. And then they take the bag off, they pass the budget, and then every year it's the same thing.
You got Charles Stewart Mott sitting down, a philanthropist of the whole world, not just Michigan, not Flint, the whole world.
Yes, because he has offices in Africa as
all
well.
over the world. How can the city not be solvent with the retirement and all that? And they could just breathe on the city and give you what you want to help you. Look at all of the multi-million dollars on the North End, but not one penny for non-resident. No. All the stipulation, nobody qualified for the North End or anywhere else in the city. Hold up. You gonna play these grown folks like this and take their homes, their retirement, and then chastise and play whoever don't get along with you. You're so vindictive to put threats over their head about their job. Vindictive. The police is even scared. Got them doing harassment and all kind of abuse to residents. Man, you got to be crazy. That's a joke. But you have to know how not to use emotion. You got to use knowledge on them folks. They using knowledge. United, you stand, divided, you fall.
Absolutely.
They know. Individual, you ain't strong. But they strong at what they do because the board meetings is where they unify, they ploy to take over everything with the what? Preachers. With the preachers. I've been hollering about Chris Monk.
They better go hide.
And what's the Church Without Walls?
Montez Warren.
Don't never join yourself with that mess. Because that man is an innocent man. I do believe him and his daughter, his kinfolk, does all of the out in the community.
Kenyatta Dotson.
Kenyatta and them is beautiful people.
Yeah.
Montez is beautiful people. Don't join with that mess. Stay away from it because God gonna have to step in on this. This is wickedness, but who am I? Oftentimes people talk about Mays. But look what Mays got done. Nothing. Because it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it is.
This street was the worst street in the city.
And when they ask the questions, where the pastors been at, how come they ain't been standing, where they been all these years, this is why.
What's that information right there? Put it on the floor.
I can 199% tell you that Quincy Murphy told a lie. It was not $95 million that they received. It was $100 million.
Oh, he was off $5 million. He was right there, though.
But you see, he was right. He was right. Tell him about the 95 million you got. Maybe they took 5 million away that he didn't know about, but they received $100 million.
And what's sad about that document, Wyntis, even though I was on council at the time, all of that conspired. I was on council.
So you know I'm not lying.
No,
I'm
you're
not lying. I'm telling the people.
But what happens is being transparent. When money come into play, they only put certain people in the rooms.
Yeah, and I see who signed the documents as well.
It's only certain people in the room.
Yes, sir. You are right.
I'm telling you what, I don't sit here to waste nobody's time, but some things, you know, it's confidential because I went in executive session. I don't want to purge myself.
Right.
I've been knowing that. I know ain't nobody gonna get no money. I've been saying that. But who is Maurice? They ain't gonna listen to me. They ain't gonna listen.
They said, okay.
All of these programs.
They said, wait, so did it go, let me get this right.
Who paid the $100 million?
I'll say just me. Wait, so did this go to them personally or to the organizations?
I am still reading and breaking it down. We probably
no money could go directly to an individual,
not to a
go
person.
through their nonprofit.
And because they were supposed to have a lot of programs.
That's correct. That'll be the nonprofits.
This settlement did end the water pods. That's correct. Right. But they were supposed to be dropping off water at people's houses. They were supposed to have people coming out, putting on filters, changing out your whole faucet in your sink.
Unconcerned pastors.
I'm gonna break this down. Yeah. We're gonna have to do a special show on this. Now I feel like Mickey when Mickey found out the wrestling wasn't real.
No, I told you that yesterday. They didn't want to believe me. She ran over there to them pastors and got hurt when I told her. I said, that's how I felt out when wrestling wasn't real. You couldn't have told me back in the day you take a chair and hit a man across the head, he'd be all right. Until I hit a man across the head with a chair. And I was like, nah, you don't heal easily. And I found out wrestling was fake.
And then this water settlement right here. Ain't nobody getting no money. Ain't nobody getting no money. But
Lorna, good morning.
No.
So when people study acts, when I'm getting paid, explain it on why they're not getting paid.
One time. They just don't listen.
They just said, and they didn't say nothing about payment. They said, we anticipating this in bold. We anticipate that letters with payment information will be distributed in the next few months, the late summer, early fall 2025. But as noted, they cannot be distributed until all reconsiderations and appeal deadlines have passed and all reconsiderations and appeals have been finalized.
And all of stipulations has been met. They didn't put that on there.
And I got something for y'all. I got an email. I just got another email.
You did?
Yeah.
That quick?
It says, the person couldn't post on YouTube. It said, the king is spot on. People need to clip that Judy comment last night. That evil, godless old bag was grinning ear to ear that they're overtaxing poor homeowners. We're surpassing projection that the state coming after back income taxes and the city is shutting off more folks' water. All that is going to lead to an avalanche of home foreclosure. And she was grinning about it last night.
Correct.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
what they doing to the people.
She is absolutely correct.
It's a shame. It's just a damn shame. But so somebody seen something earlier before you took it down, Mick. They saying something about they don't have the 6 votes for the veto.
Yeah, the veto the mayor if they want to.
Yeah, so but somebody, I got a text, I'll be getting all them texts. I don't be knowing who the hell be texting me half the time. They said something about the mayor can veto what they proposed yesterday.
Yeah.
And still get his budget through?
No.
Or send them back to the table.
But then they can override it with the 6 votes.
They ain't got no 6 votes.
There you go. So who driving the car heels? That's why it's important to know how to play that game.
Yeah.
Get people off with knowledge of how to play the game.
Yeah.
The council rule if you got 6 votes. If you ain't got 6 votes, the mayor rule. And you got people that don't know nothing.
Now you see, now it's coming together when you keep saying, now y'all got it wrong. You don't want 5, you need 6.
You gotta have 6. You ain't doing
everything
with
you've been saying has been coming to pass.
If I want to chastise a council person, we could remove our own member with 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we did Mays or anybody else. If you do something wrong, if you get a felony, we need 5 won't do nothing. If we want to change the ordinance and all of these council rules and regulations, you need 6. 5 won't do nothing.
Well, they rounded down though.
They playing games. First thing need to be done when 2026 come, you see the new council, you elect your officers, and then go in and put a reset to the council rules.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them back to what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 1. And that way you have all the equal power. Liddell and them is running a rule council. Really shouldn't even never took off until they pick brand new leadership.
Yeah, president and vice president. I absolutely agree. Never in my life.
Look at the mess. The residents is the one that lost everything to the place where they didn't turn and weaponize the police against not kids, grown folks. The chief said up there like you're talking about kids.
Right.
Man, you're talking about the voters, the taxpayers, the church folks.
Right.
And like they thugs are dirt. And the man said nothing. He should have came and made a public apology on 1225 M Live and everywhere else.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm going to write these officers up. We're going to suspend them without pay and on and on and on. No.
Yeah.
And then they're going to play off of what's going on in California.
Yeah.
And then you start using word insurrection. Man, y'all better wake up.
And you see the news putting it out there.
When I woke up this morning to go to the bathroom, it was early. They already had on the headlines, budget pass.
Yeah.
Well, you know the news going to do that. He controls
budget pass.
But you knew that was going to do that. But look how they played it. But they still ain't. Did you see how the fire chief was talking to them? I'm with you, Classy K. Where's the opioid and the public safety plans?
Listen,
but
Mickey, go ahead.
That's just kind of, they let them play them any kind of way.
That when I had to look around that council room because that mother Tanya has been coming down there. No matter how she comes, when your child and you a mama, you a real mama, you hurt when your child is hurt. You feel the pain when your child is hurting. And she didn't raise her child and go out there to be strung out on meth.
No.
But she said, I need help. We got $8.1 million opioid money. Where is it? And so when Councilwoman Burns asked the fire chief, very cocky, I do not like his attitude.
They're on Wiggins. Yes,
Wiggins.
I went to school with him. I know exactly.
I don't like his attitude. I don't like he doesn't have any professionalism on how he speaks to some of them. And like it's all friends and in-laws, but what's the friends, brothers, in-laws? Because his wife is the one that's over the senior centers. So he got up there real cocky and said, my opioid plan is the 3 ambulances that the city bought.
Hold up. Can them ambulance got where they can give you IVs, anything in that yet? Is them still just like you can go in your own car, take them? Is that still that?
We got Narcan. That's what he said.
Them fire department paramedics, they different than EMS. Them, if you call an ambulance, they can actually do they'll pull over sometime and start in the sheriff's department have real people that can actually, minister stuff that's gonna save your life.
Right.
But that thing is more of a glorified cab to get you to the hospital.
Like a big Uber.
Yeah, because my nephew, he was one of them. He ran the ambulance and they was running on 24-hour shifts and all of this stuff. He said he was dead in the water, sleeping tired, driving that thing. And he ended up quitting. But that ain't going to go public. But the thing of it is, when you know the truth, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
It ain't about no service. No. Look at the pothole. Let me shut up. It's all about the talent and the service. Yeah. And we have none of it.
You are
at this time.
You all right.
Be careful who y'all vote for.
Absolutely. That's why I said to myself, I will not get on here and beat up any council person that passed that budget. I just know what I got to do for the people and keep focused.
Well, Tiny and them only can do what they can do and fight for them because they need 6. They dead in the water without 6. Liddell them got power because watch this. Did y'all see yesterday? I don't know when it took place, but Glenn Wilson, all of the big wheels for Juneteenth is at the governor's mansion.
Yes, I seen a picture.
Ain't that something?
I seen a picture. They invited
Cynthia Neely and all of them was up there.
Yeah.
How many white folks did you see, or was it a lot of black folks? It was all black folks. Pay attention. How many white ministers came and stood besides Chris Martin? Or was it all black ministers? It was all black.
You see that text that's up there?
They didn't have a choice.
Facts.
Correct.
When they are called, they must come.
Are they called by God?
When they are called by the administration,
oh, my bad.
They must come.
My bad. That 100 million.
According
is sweet,
to this right here, they must come. So you said it was a question up there. What happened?
Yeah, Sam. You made me. I had put it up there. I got sent about the. Oh crap.
No, I seen KC. No, they didn't answer about how the Clio Road. Money.
No, how is it still being paid for?
No.
And what about the Mays Center and the McKinley Center?
Correct. No. What about the rodeo? No, we didn't get any of those answers. If they did, maybe they got them in a private email or whenever they got together, and because they always on board with that motion that Dennis made. Nobody made any comments. Pay attention, people. They worked it out as they said they were going to do. In good faith.
Right.
I mean, they had to June 30th, but I guess, they
passed the budget and didn't get all the information, but they went back. I'm not, like I say, I don't know nothing about budgets. Let me be honest with y'all. I got to go with what they say, but I got a former councilman right across from me too. Yeah. So I'm listening to what he's saying, but you got to get them line items. So basically they back to square one. Even if you do get, let's just say Miss Biggs on that seat. Miss Biggs in that seat, you're gonna still be at a standstill because he gonna veto everything. Because me personally, if they could have got the budget down to 60 million, I'd have been a little happier knowing that they took $1 million from his budget. Taking $500,000 from his budget, you know what I'm saying? But hey,
he goes 75,000, that $500,000.
That's what I'm saying. And it, I mean, listen, it's at a standstill anyway. Only thing I can see is, can they do a forensic audit on these nonprofits? You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I do understand the city had to pass. They was going to have to pass a budget. Regardless, at the end of the day, they was going to have to do something. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that nobody want to be to say it was going to be on them that these people got laid off. I love how the mayor shot his move. Don't get it wrong.
But it's the same move every year.
And I love it.
They've never passed it on time.
And I can respect him for that. Even how Candace still the president, how they changing rules, making rules on the go and stuff. I can respect. He got his bulldog up in there. And I'm saying symbolically, he got his bulldog in there. And his bulldog is Liddell Lewis.
I said, when is Candace and Liddell's year up to be recalled? They're not going to be recalled. They in their home stretch now. All they got is the election next year, and that's what we need to be focused on. We not getting the residents, the people. And I'm a Flint resident. We are not getting nothing.
Only thing we could get is, we better choose who we want in them chairs and letting instead of other people running people in them chairs.
There you go.
Yeah. You better choose who got the will to do the will of the residents.
This what I put up. My bad, not to cut y'all off. I put up the city of Flint, January 9th. This was at 10:09 a.m. Milestone alert. Since launching in EMS services in October, the Flint Fire Department has collected over $900,000 in ambulance revenue and is on track to top $1 million by January 26th. Like, why would it take them so long if you already had 900,000? You ain't gonna get another 100,000 to January? That don't make sense. I don't know really math like that, but that math ain't mathing.
I don't know how.
None of that makes sense. That's just talk.
Yeah, and then it's like, how much does it cost to operate this service? Like, I don't get a lot of stuff that Flint. Yeah, I looked at I don't get a lot of stuff that how they rolling this. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Let's look at the comment. What has changed in the survival rate and what are the response time? Collected or bill? All insurance billings are direct. Is that the fire station on ML King? Is it closed?
Well, and then listen, this came out yesterday. It said emergency medical technicians in Flint are raising alarms over strenuous 24-hour
That's
shifts,
what I just said.
limited resources, and low pay.
Exactly what I
Wyntis.
said.
Huh?
It's gonna take them 7 to 8 months to collect 100K, and they did
Yeah, they killing the
900K
people that's
in 8 or
working.
9 months.
I know.
Are you serious, man?
Gary Winthrop, a former EMT and firefighter, said the Flint Fire Department staff who work on the city's new ambulances endure long hours with no breaks. Now that's right there.
No, this crazy. It says so you're charging it to residents for an ambulance call and now making profit while we still wait for a rig.
Hey, Mickey, can you do me a favor and scroll back up to where it said Genesee County EMS, that comment?
Okay.
It said Gary went
And go ahead
Gary,
and read that.
former
It's down.
EMT and firefighter, said the Flint Fire Department
Oh, right
staff
there.
who work on the city's new ambulances endure long hours with no breaks and run several
That's
calls
right.
before returning to the station. The ambulance guys are working 24 hours a day. He said that the EMTs work these long shifts without breaks. He said the ambulances lack an alerting system for medical runs due to a lapse in subscription payments. You hear that, Mickey? We have no alerting system anymore, he said. That is a subscription-based service that we are no longer paying for. We have no alert to tell us when we have to run on the ambulance unless it's on the radio.
Hey, this one really finna blow your mind, Winter. It said, as Rico asked, how many calls for service were made during the same time? Also, we highly doubt you collected 900,000 when the average Medicaid reimbursement is about 320 to 350 in Michigan.
Yeah, well, this one is going to really blow your mind, might blow your heart. It said he also pointed out the removal of the Lucas devices, those automatic machines designed to perform chest compressions during
Yes.
CPR. They ain't got them no more. He said the Lucas devices that we have, which is an automated CPR device, which is normally used in a cardiac arrest to take hands from the patients to focus on other tasks. These devices were taken back by the manufacturing company due to non-payment.
I told you it's all scam. What part of
They
corrupt
didn't
this world?
repossess the stuff off the ambulance. And he running around here talking about damn rodeo.
And saying
Well, I
this,
don't care who tell it.
no, but your fire chief minds is to save lives. That's his job, to save lives. Save
His
lives.
job to get that money after retirement, and he making it from preaching and everything else because
And-
he a pastor.
And that's how
He a
he,
what?
You don't know that?
Hell no.
You got to be kidding me. I'll fix this equipment over at this church over there on Grand Traverse. Is that going toward Grand Blanc? His church out there.
Oh,
Pastor Wiggins.
not the way that man come down there and talk to people.
See if I'm accurate.
I believe you. I know you know.
so they came back and got the equipment.
Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely issued a statement earlier this week touting more than $900,000 in revenue generated by the ambulances, which is nearly triple the projection from before the services launched. That's another question, Maurice. So they was swimming in deficit last week.
Right.
Now they swimming in revenue this week
Ain't
with
they?
no proof.
Ain't that boy? That he cooked the books. He cooked now.
No proof.
Cooked the book. And still, you know what? You know, and I'm not knocking none of the people. I understand the council, what y'all had to do. Y'all got a job and y'all did y'all job. But to not get none of your questions asked, even if you did go back and pass the answer, didn't get no answers. And to still pass a budget. I'm still say this. That CFO should be fired. Judy should be relieved of her duty as the finance chair. And I'm going to tell you, that lawyer, y'all should pay her more. Because how she up there lawyering, I'm telling you, she putting it down.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Costing people their
Diva
house.
Cam 13, good morning.
So yeah, I didn't know that the Martin Luther King fire station was been closed for over 6 months.
Well, it's a question for you too from the beautiful Sherry Allen.
Okay. But then
Go ahead.
I'm also hearing from a source that before they closed it, they spent $80,000 to remodel the kitchen inside there
And closed it.
and then closed it.
Gangster.
Gangsta. What's the question?
Sherry Allen says, let me get
Ask
back.
Maurice.
I'll put it up here. ask Maurice, what could the council do at this point if the mayor vetoed the budget? Do they go back to the negotiating table, or what happened?
Oh, that's a good one.
If the mayor
veto what they passed last night. That's what I want to find.
Well, what happened is they got it on in media that it passed. And what they passed was it's going to be amended. And it may not come back to them. He might just deal with it as an amended budget. Because, for one, Tanya and them is on the side of the minority. And he operating in the majority. He got the attorneys, he got the whole of City of Flint manpower on his side. Only thing I can say at this point, you better learn from it. You better, because at the end of the day, it ain't about a budget. People done lost everything. It ain't gonna be shortly before that's gonna be the conversation sitting right here on the morning bump. Everybody done lost their house. Everybody.
And you know what?
That's gonna be the conversation.
We got some new neighbors over there in the El Dorado Vista neighborhood. They're white people. Moving back.
All the Dayton is white. They ain't black no more.
What you mean, Dayton is? You got white people living on Dayton Avenue? No, Dayton Avenue?
Huh?
White people living on Dayton.
Oh, Wyntis, you playing? You being sarcastic. Man, all of Dayton is white. It's 50-50 or 60-50 white.
When the last time you seen that?
Every day, the crib.
No, I'm talking about like.
I ain't never seen it.
Okay.
But what happens is, and now it's beautiful. And have y'all checked out the football field now over at Haskell Center?
I still ain't rolled over there.
Right by there now, they got the goal post up. They had a real company. The city couldn't do it because it was a mud pie. Right. They had a real construction company come in and put a real football field in. Right by there, man. It ain't for us.
No,
and ain't nobody. I'm looking at the new types coming on houses. It's hard when you see everybody you know lose everything. And I get a lot of people in the audience don't live, if not influent, on that side of town. Because, see, I noticed the BET Wars. People don't care about people that's struggling. No. They're having all these galas and all this here, rodeos. And
we're looking at all of them.
Boots on the ground. And these people kids ain't got food to eat. Yeah. It's a whole different.
I found some of the. Let us listen to what happened so you can actually hear, because I don't know if you heard this last night or not, Maurice.
Okay.
And I want the people to hear it too.
I'll read it in a second. Deborah, go ahead. Wyntis.
Hold on, because I don't know if my phone ringing, why it ain't playing.
Because Deborah want me to read. To do something about generators. They found Trudy Gray Massey. Okay, let me see what Deborah Luna said. But they got funding for generators at all fire stations. Trudy. Oh, go ahead. That's what you're trying to play.
For administration.
Okay, hold on. Let me rewind it. I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
And for employee wages, pension, and fringe benefits, and to a
7 members present. We have 7 members present. Mr. Pfeiffer, do you want the floor for the fourth round?
Madam Chair, I'm going to make a motion.
He wanted the floor.
That we adopt fiscal year 24-25 budget for fiscal year 25-26 with the authority for administration to pay the required increases for all collective bargaining units and for employee wages, pension, and fringe benefits, and to adopt the proposed fiscal year 25-26 budget for all special revenue, debt service, capital improvement, and water funds. And I so move.
There's a motion made to adopt the fiscal year 24-25 budget for fiscal year 25-26 with the authority for administration to pay required increases for all collective bargaining units and for employee wages, pension costs, and fringe benefits, and to adopt the proposed fiscal year 2026 budget for all of special revenue, debt service, capital improvement, and the water funds. Is there support?
Support, Madam Chair.
It's supported by the councilwoman in the 5th ward. Is there any discussion? Any discussion?
Nope.
Go ahead.
I just want thank you. I just want it for the record, for it to go on record of what this means, because I know we still have people that are watching from home and there's still a couple people here. So if we could have the city attorney explain exactly what we are doing here.
So what you're doing is preventing a complete shutdown of city services and layoffs to approximately 550 employees by adopting the fiscal year 24-25 budget for fiscal year 25-26. And it includes the increases that was named in the motion for collective bargaining units and for employee wages, pension costs, fringe benefits, and for your special service funds.
Thank you. I yield.
Is there any other discussion in the first round?
Yes, real
Go
quick.
ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Through you to Madam Attorney. Madam Attorney, do I need to make an amendment? I was just thinking of this, that as soon as those dollar values are determined, that City Council be notified?
What dollar values?
Because we're adopting the fiscal year budget, but when the dollar value comes in of the new wage dollars, that we be notified. Does that make sense, Mr. Moore? And I don't know necessarily.
I understand,
make an amendment.
I understand. Well, I'll have to talk to Mr. Smith, but it sounds doable.
Okay, just let us know that, okay, even though we're hopefully going to approve this tonight, but if we go over on a line item for wages, fringes, this body be notified as soon as that dollar value is determined.
Right.
Is that reasonable?
Yes, I think it's doable. We can do that.
Okay, thank you. Then I yield.
Any other discussion in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Really quick, so we're doing the revised amendment to okay, do we have to put in there with authority for the administration? Does it need to say with council approval to pay required increases?
No, that's the purpose of adopting this language.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
And then it passed.
I mean,
It started with Jerry and went all the way around. It passed unanimously.
But what did you? I mean, because I'm reading the comments, I'm seeing a lot of people saying we shouldn't have. I don't know if they're saying we shouldn't have the conversation to after listening to that.
We listen to it. We're trying to get clarity on it, but it's.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't want people to think like it's a.
We're not bashing nobody. We just got to focus on 2026.
Yeah, see, because I'm looking at what he's saying on some of it. Because I'm like I said, I'm only going for with the first budget that he said the city was bringing in 64, but he added expenditures at 68. You know what I'm saying? But then they got it down. They went back to last year's budget from what I mean, we already said it once, but it is what it is.
Tay said, Dennis said it on his post in Flint Politics Reboot. He said it appears that some of his colleagues didn't even know that they were voting on a $7 million in cuts.
How is they coming up with the funds for the Maze Center?
I don't know.
What part of money that come out?
I don't know.
The salaries.
They asked him that. I know Tanya was on it about that.
Yeah, they asked him, but well, you know,
that's all inside of the budget. So how I'm passing something I don't have the mayor know.
I mean, did Ed even show back? Did Ed show back up with that lease from the McKinley Center that he was supposed to have by Wednesday? It's like they ask questions in one meeting, but they never follow up.
The grass cutting of the right of ways. Where's the budget and when and how much and who got the contract? How did they bid the contract for the right-of-way cuts? It's a billion and one questions to ask.
They still want to know how much money he put in last year for the rodeo, how much money he put in this year for the rodeo.
So what was the answer?
And I'll get back with you on that.
You need 6 council people.
Yeah.
It's a way every problem got a solution. What is the solution? Okay, we know the problem.
Yeah.
You got to have 6 council.
Oh, well, no, they said, Maurice, not to cut you off. They said the Maze Center came out of ARPA in the reception department. Moore said it last night.
Okay, how could it be sustainable off the ARPA funds? And that's not the intent. It was the American Rescue Funds that helped you in the time of calamity.
They said park and recreation money is helping the Maze Center.
Wait, you have to pull that pot. Wait. The city DPW, what parks and record? Because you talking about the county. What's the name?
The
The
county
record
run
them ain't
the
giving
park.
them no money.
Hold up.
No.
They coming in too quick.
Okay.
The May Center, listen, I'm just reading. It said the May Center
Well, put it up so we can see them.
Okay, let me get it. It said the May Center isn't funded. That's why I said I got to let them talk. It's not in the 24-25 budget, so it remains unfunded. The answers are still not coming quick enough.
That Marcia, baby, you own it.
Is anybody getting paid? That work?
You know that lady ain't working for free. Or her assistant director.
They ain't picking up the garbage for free, and well, that's inside the other contract. But it's a lot of questions that
they didn't get no answers to.
The only thing that I found out yesterday at that budget meeting is that they got cows running around in the third ward shitting.
Right.
And answer this question: how is this woman able to come down on the city, coming down to the campaign on her? She's campaigning.
Yep.
How's LaShawn down able to campaign? And let me tell you,
because that's who the bear want. And if ain't nobody saying nothing about her coming down there.
I mean, Dennis the only one said something why she's able to campaign from
After
the podium.
she got through talking, nobody stopped her either. The Tuesday, what was that, Monday or Wednesday?
Keep
or
letting
Tuesday?
her come down there and
Nobody
campaign.
stopped her while she was talking.
And I want to know, is any campaign, because you know AC Doom is a tell on anything, is he gonna call down there and report that?
I don't know.
I want to know, because who whatever can, if y'all not calling down there to report that, because she getting to do what she want to do. And then how can she get anything fixed? She an ambassador.
Well, the focus now is
and she told them. She said, if you have any problems in the third ward, call me and I will get them handled for you. How?
Yeah, who are you?
What you got some asphalt in your back of your car? How you gonna fill the potholes?
We know.
How you gonna cut them right of ways? How you getting this stuff done? Like Dennis said, without using city resources.
She using them. A lot don't care who tell it.
Sure don't.
Wake up, America, not Flint, because it's going on all over the country. We better start operating off of knowledge, not emotion.
Yeah.
Them folks is moving. You got piles of money. You read millions of dollars, and we ain't seen nail and dime. That money gone. And now, guess who gonna carry the buck of the load? All of the load. We are
residents with
no money.
Nope.
No help. No nothing.
Taxes,
we don't
everything
get
going
Oprahs
up.
And all these bailouts.
Nope.
Tax breaks.
Nope.
You better open your eyes. Put 6 people, at least 6,
and we
out
know
of a
that's gonna be for the
9-body
people.
member.
Yeah.
That's that ain't playing games.
Yeah.
Whether you like them or not, you better put them down there. I'm telling you, it's over.
As you
it's
can,
over.
And as you can see it,
it's over.
Yeah, as you can see, LaShawn already lying. Cows in the third ward. Because I was gonna say blame Ed. I thought Ed brought some of his cows from his farm.
Now I went back there because I didn't want to spread any misinformation.
Cows.
And I asked Ed. I said, "Now Ed, now you just heard y'all third ward ambassador say that she got a call to come pick up some shingles and some cow manure." Now he said, "Now let me tell you this right now. If any of my cows came to the city, they wouldn't make it back." And I thought about it. There would be steaks.
Yep.
We would cut that cow up.
Yep.
It would have just been like skin there.
Right.
So I think maybe that was a little AI generated speech and she just forgot to take out cow manure. Because it would have been more believable if she said dog.
Chat GBT mess.
Yeah, something like that. Because I've never seen we had a deer running around the north side last summer, but I've never seen a cow running up and down Saginaw Street. I'm just saying.
Me neither.
I ain't either.
I got a question up here. This from Mark Hutchinson.
Flint got a bigger problem than LaShawn, and you ain't lying. And his name is AC Dumas. LaShawn can't win. Nearly want her to take votes from Biggs. Nearly want AC, and nearly don't play. AC cut a deal.
And that's allegedly a fact.
Allegedly a fact. That's all AC do is cut deals.
Man, AC, come on. He ain't been coming down to council. He ain't hollering about no older people being snatched out of cars.
Nope. No, he didn't disappear from the scene. He doing the same play as all the rest of Neely people. Stay silent.
Yeah.
Out of sight.
The public better run who they want.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these Negroes. And as you notice, it ain't the Republican, the white, it's the Blue Ku Klux Klan now that Neely control. We better pick our own representative and don't let the mayor, nobody else pick them, else we done. We done. We are done. Stick a fork in it.
Yeah, over.
Stick a fork in it. It's over.
I mean, like I said, I get what everybody's saying on that. It just like, is he gonna stop that 75,000? Because like he keeping that Clyde Rose Center open.
We've been talking about that. They didn't put no cap on that $75,000. He bought the 75,000 they asked to death and get his budget back to where he want. You think he gonna send an amendment upstairs for council approval?
And how many appointments? I know somebody on council asked that. Never got to resolve how many the mayor have appointed. You only limited to, I forgot exactly 9, 8 or something appointments. How many people have he appointed?
Listen,
I guarantee it's way over the limit.
They have not even received an organizational chart, comprehensive police plan, and the opioid plan that he presented last night. The fire chief.
Here go a question. What I see is receivership. I can see it already handed over to the state. They're giving your personal income tax over to the state. The lady is from the state. Candace, I believe, was having him in the state. Clyde Edwards came from the state.
Keep going.
Dora came from the state with the land bank. I know the whole history of
yes, sir. You are
the
right.
state is running downtown already. So what he gonna do is just drive that train into the brick wall and get off of it. And I got my money.
Look at the golf courses.
That's what's going on.
Now look at the golf courses. Had somebody wanted to pay $1,000,001. What happened?
He gave them people $60,000
that the city paid to run the golf courses.
Yep.
That explains not a dime been spent on the north side. One dime.
And he still got $1 million in his budget to play with. I mean, I get what everybody said, but it was still last year's budget was still, he was able to do what he wanted to do.
But didn't last year's, unless I'm thinking wrong, last year's budget put us in the red.
Well, last year they still had the ARPA funds. Even when Land Bank had ARPA funds, everybody and their mama had ARPA
What's up,
funds.
Bloomy, my brother?
Yeah. Last year, like he said on his cute little spread, this is what your CFO, right. He got little bar graphs up here that he done made for everybody. So the ARPA funds were at $42.3 million.
Where's this grant writers? You got to have grants, Kellogg grants, and all of
They was asking for all. They said that the grants, one of them went from unknown to likely. So they putting all it. Like I said last week, we was $13 million in the hole. Now they came back this week and they got all of this estimated projected revenue.
Well, Wyntis, you know how it go when you're getting ready to change your mayor.
Yes, sir.
Shredded trucks and everything else show up.
Yes, sir.
You ain't leaving an ounce to help.
Nope.
That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm sorry. That's what I see. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I'm tired of singing the song, but that could be the title of a hit song. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I mean, I get it. Some people don't want to admit to it. I see it. It's like when you see it how it is. Only thing I can say, Miss Biggs, the ground team, the residents of the Third Ward got to put Miss Biggs in there. Ain't no more we can say.
Yeah, the Third Ward got to get out and vote. If you don't get out and vote, it's nothing that you can say or complain about anything.
I ain't gonna put LaShawn in there. If people, I thought Trump was gonna do away with the write-ins. I hope he do.
I thought he was too,
there you
but
go.
They found the loophole.
And the loophole was that bill was passed after she announced, and so she was already safe.
LaShawn was only 3 votes behind, wasn't she? She validly in that race. If she get to be able to put on as a write-in, Neely gonna do the rest. Come on now, y'all.
Yeah, because 21 Savage had them votes.
Come on,
that'll put her over the top.
No, you know what they banking on? I'm telling you, when I was listening, I ain't gonna give my source away, but this just let me know how these people are here. They love it. I keep telling y'all, Flint got a little black Boule class, little elite class. They think they are. They They the fake wannabes, they Boule.
That's right.
They gonna uphold this system that's being ran right now. Let me tell you. Let's just keep it real. Don't look at the same ones who study getting all this money that's coming through. When you see how these people, I don't care who you change in. Flint got a little black Boule class that's gonna come in, do the bidding of the real keepers of the city. All you gotta do is look where the money study going to. Ain't no ifs, ands about. You see these crews fall out. You see certain ones. Chris Martin was with this mayor at one time and was getting the mayor deal. That mayor goes down, he with this mayor. And what he getting? The mayor deal. You see all these pastors jump, well, not all of them, like you came with that $100 million right there for the concerned pastors. What have you seen Melissa Mays? Now, this not me saying that, this just what the facts lead to. Allegedly, she moved out there to Lake Fenton. Allegedly. I mean, the Fenton. Let me say Fenton.
Well, see, this here gonna open up a floodgate of controversy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't give a damn. This is a controversy, a floodgate, but it's a floodgate of wisdom and knowledge if that's what you choose. I spoke with the minister too, by the way.
Oh, you did? Okay, great.
This is not elementary. When you move in millions of dollars, you can use all the conversation and gossip, whatever you want to call this. People that's got wisdom. No, a prosecutor, attorney, and a defense attorney, they argue cases on the golf course.
Yeah.
Up at the governor's mansion, all of the movers and shakers was up there. Glenn Wilson, all of them. Lieutenant Garland Gilchrist, I said all of them was up there. That's where the shots be called. And notice I said they're all black. Negroes, open your eyes. You got to be savvy of game. Maurice finna give you game.
Give it to him.
Jedediah tried to give you game.
And did.
This minister, no game. Farrakhan, no game. Not opinion. It's a reason why we the tail, not the head. People could put one scripture and make it say anything they wanted to say, been doing. And put you in a compromised situation. These folks ain't never been your friend. They always been each other's friend. That's why all the Kobe Bryant, all these big shot stars, they don't never come back governmentally and help. Barack Obama, Oprah, none of them. Get up on game. It's a reason you got to have poor folks because they ain't gonna do the job you doing.
Right.
So therefore, here go game. Neely is straight. Why? Because he got it from the governor. Bishop Martin is straight. He controls the governor. If y'all want game, I don't pick game. I can name all of the. Mickey just said the black Boule. They inside of that. I just don't want to name them in this instance right here. But I'm trying to put the public on game so they'll quit jumping on me. Charlie LaDuff, no game.
So now he
rolled with me.
Yeah.
These folks ain't nothing new to me. I deal with everybody over the country. Ask Charlie if I'm lying. But people tend to cheerlead people. They want somebody to be articulate, and it's so much jealousy and hate toward me because it's me. God gave me a talent.
Well, Maurice, they had to get you out of there because you was waking up.
I've been woke.
Tell her again.
Ain't no damn bit waking up.
Tell her.
I'm the only thing left on the north side.
Tell her.
And goodbye the whole damn.
Tell her.
People don't know game. I was raised by, but it ain't about me. Back to the subject at hand.
He said it ain't about me. Back to the subject. Right.
Listen. Game. Niggas is deceived niggas in them pulpits because we always looked up to the black preacher.
Yeah.
Farrakhan them know that. The Nation of Islam know that. We look up to them folks. But they always told you something because back in the day, the churches was in our neighborhood. They ain't there no more. They come into the city, go to church, get their money, and they go out. Ask Pastor Flynn. I'm not sitting here lying to y'all. So they, long as they get their millions of dollars by his and her Corvettes and all this other stuff, and don't call me pastor, my name Reggie.
Yeah.
Everything is good. Elections coming. God can use whoever he wants to help his people. Here come game. I ain't got to worry about you, says Bite, Hell, you black, you gonna vote Democrat. And now 70 and 80-year-old people that's losing everything. Well, that old Trump, that old shut up. Charles Stewart Mott could be a Republican. They've been helping us forever. God uses whoever he wants to. God is God all by himself, ladies and gentlemen. He don't need our mouth, he need our obedience. He don't need your money. These niggas is getting this money and doing what they want to do. Here go the game. We ain't got nobody to help us other than the people that's oppressing us. Nobody. So here's game. Damn it, shut up and let somebody else step in. If your old man a cheater and no good crackhead, yada yada, go get you one that ain't. So what? He white. So what? Whatever. Let him be whatever, as long as he do right. You gonna know by the results. All of the rich folks own everything. We want the gay. We'll fight everybody. I heard Mickey say it all the time. We fight everybody battle but our own, which is true.
We do.
Nobody come and help us. Yeah. The Negroes that's supposed to help us is all of them is black. When real warfare come in, you're gonna know it. It's gonna unify everybody. United you stand.
Divided you fall.
The poor folks, if we only said, watch this, hell with y'all. Just like I said, Mr. President, help us. Like right now, we got turmoil in New York, California. They're tearing it up. They're tearing up California right now. This Negro, Neely, he used the verbiage on the citizens that struggled all their life for their houses here in Flint. We tired. We got $600 million to get a dime. ARPA funds, $100 million didn't get a dime. Wait a minute. We done and people dying. And you said today went to somebody at a cancer treatment today. Yeah. Returning cancer. Yeah. People really died. I got 2 funerals I could go to today. Yeah. Linda and another, my nephews. Today, not yesterday, today, when I leave here. I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up. Yeah. Game would be is this. We got to have somebody step in. Now, I could get dragged all you want, but it ain't going to change the truth for an ounce. If we don't have a Trump to come in to say, I tell you what, your race, your leaders backdoored y'all. You ain't black unless you vote Democrat. You know God is God and he don't lie. He's against, he said a man should marry a woman. We're not, if you're a so-called Christian, you should be believing the Bible and not a wicked satanic man. Homosexuality, God, he turned his eye to that stuff. We got to go over here and say, I tell you what, I'm willing to change. If they ain't gonna help us, we need y'all rich folks to help us, which they've been helping us. Because behind the scenes, Gretchen Whitmer, she latched on to Trump now. Neely behind the scene, he told me he go to Trump now. Everybody named Mama go, but they dumb us down so we could be led by the Boule. And now look what we got. We done lost everything as we speak. What y'all showed me, it's done. 2026, it may not, watch this. Council will be done with in the next election. Emergency manager come in, they already talking about docking the council pay, and council don't get paid under emergency manager. That's done. And now everybody lost everything. And while we faithful to Satan, let God be God all by himself and let him work. So the game would be is this. Whoever God choose to help us, God bless us. We don't have to be a Democrat, be a Christian. Love your God, Allah, whatever name you call your God. Love him and let him help us. But we too clicked up and we got to have a savior. And these niggas ain't it.
So,
and I'm done. I'm done because it's done. Neely is he done destroyed not the city. City is beautiful. Look at Burston, but look, the house y'all seen inside of Burston Gate ain't a dime been done. Dumas got quiet because it take a God-fearing purpose. God love his people. God so loved the world he gave his only son for poor folks. My job is to tell you the truth, but I can't make it because I know the church crucified Christ. We better get hip to game today.
So, man.
Them folks is living. We don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Now I know I'm gonna get drugged, but drag me.
No, I don't think nobody gonna drag because you're telling the truth.
You're
saying basically the same thing. They the same people, like when they run into the state, they the one that poison us. They not gonna help us. No. You gotta keep the Mott Foundation got enough money to say, here, Flint, You are self-sustainable.
They've been giving us money, 1.5
But
million.
they can wipe out the debt. But you get all of that federal money. You heard that man say, we get it every year.
But they put in place city council that have to come down through nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
When the ARPA money come, I'm on council. I'm telling y'all reality. When the water crisis came, the money went to the community foundation, Isaiah Oliver office, not to Karen Weaver, and it was dispersed to the nonprofits. They got it in place that the poor will always be among us. But now it's wicked.
I'm not to cut you off, Mr. David. Mr. LTCU, he said we can't move nothing until you can get some people in the votes. I mean, I'm saying what you and Tay say, move on, but you got to see what my thing is. I think people get, I mean, we are a podcast. Like, we going to report this, what we doing. We talking about what we saw. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting people together, y'all see Wyntis over there trying. Getting people together, meaning y'all got to get out there and vote for Miss Biggs. That's just one part of it. You still got to do it in 2026. You're going to have to flip the first ward seat. You're going to have to flip the second ward seat. I don't know what more y'all wanted. I mean, Wyntis held a press conference. We saying vote Miss Beverly Biggs, but if we can't just have a conversation on some of the ills that's plaguing Flint, I don't know what y'all want us to do. I mean, how can we move forward? I'm trying to figure out how it's moving forward, not talking about what's going on. That's all you know what I'm saying? All we talking about on what's going on. These are some of the problems. Now y'all saying why you're not getting the unconcerned pastors not down there. You got 100 million. I mean, Quincy, he missed 5 million. What more y'all want us to say? The third ward got to get activated. That's all the third ward got to get activated.
We doing our part.
I don't know what
we
more.
Doing our part.
But y'all don't want certain things spoke about. Like, I mean, when you get into religion, you're going to have to get into, like I said again, the mayor wanted to put something for the LGBT, and I'm not knocking them. Only thing I'm saying, when is the people going to get something? That's the thing. We fight for everything. Even out there what's going on in California. But don't nobody want to tell the truth about that. Why y'all not finding these corporations that's bringing the cheap labor here? But see, we ain't going to say that about that. We want to pick and choose and say, oh, the Republican, I'm not voting for Trump. Oh, the Democrat, y'all acting like the president and the Democrat. I mean, y'all acting like these Republicans and Democrats is something different.
They all the same.
Please explain to me one.
They don't know no better.
Please explain to me that one, it ain't been prejudiced. Y'all, I hear the Republicans brag about Reagan. Show me a black man to own a plane, the jet that brought crack in. But we can't talk about that when you talk about, you got people who would say, well, the FBI. But like the police, do y'all understand where the police came from? Slave patrol. See, all this stuff that's going on, but we got to overlook that part. But that, let's overlook a lot of these rules. Slavery, that's not going on. That's pure lie. Don't get me wrong. I see how them cops deal with us. And what I was telling y'all,
right.
What y'all saying down at council, how you think they was on in the black neighborhoods? What was they at? This ain't nothing new. We can go back to NWA when they was saying F the police. Why? You hearing the black cop showing out for a white cop. Oh, that was true. Who you seen snatch Miss Beverly Biggs' husband out? That was a person that looked like us. But if y'all want to sit up here like it's kumbaya, what can we do? You're fighting against the system.
Correct.
You hope you can get the people in that's going to stand on 10. Everybody forgot about Jordan Sheraton book when he said, we the poison. But we can't have none of these conversations. It's just crazy. Like, I mean, all we can say, we get on here every day. You need to vote for Miss Biggs. We come on here and talk about AC. We sit up there and tell you that LaShawn, and I don't know how people can vote for LaShawn. She says she not a needly girl. She come right on here. She mean muggers every time we down there at council. She mean muggers every time. Didn't want to sit up there. And like I said, I give Dennis a shout out because he did mention about the ambassador thing. I go down to the ENA board every time and tell William Harris, how is you letting them play you like that? And you the president and it's an ambassador. LaShawn show you she don't know nothing about what's been going on. When I told her, Wyntis, you was there when I said, hey, when Don Williamson was the mayor and what was they called? Ward captains?
Yep.
I said, how did your mayor feel about that?
He had a damn
she
fit.
was like,
she didn't know.
She didn't know.
She had no idea that had happened. I said he didn't come up with this by himself. The game was ran on him.
Even when Linda Booth threw a little shot at us at the NA board, I didn't say no shit like, because the news is slant stuff. I knew she was referring to us because they love everything Channel 12 put out there. Love it.
We done.
Feel good moments.
Yeah, love
That's
it.
all. People don't want to talk about the hard
That's
stuff.
why I keep saying with the Boule. If you, and I'm just saying the ones here. I'm really probably disrespecting the Boule that not to get money. But this little elite black group around here has been sold out to people. This ain't nothing new.
And I'm liking. I see a couple
It's
comments.
been sold out to people.
I like what Maurice said. The people, and that's what I'm saying. I can't get all twisted up, and I will not get all twisted up in this budget. The people, it's time for the people to stand up.
That's right.
The people to take charge, and I've been saying this, and the people to choose who they feel that will lead them the best.
And look at the pastor that came there. What's the brother name that was up there talking? He didn't even get called to that meeting. And what make this look so crazy? What color was all them pastors up there, Maurice?
That's what I said, black.
They was all black. What was and you saw the unconcerned pastor, the one that was there when Sister Taliba how she got mistreated, walked out. What was he doing? Ain't none of them pastors came, but you know who they run to? That's why I say that they call my man from.
They can't say nothing.
Right, because they don't want to lose
They
their
can't
money.
say nothing.
Facts. And y'all thinking, oh my God, it blows my mind. Then we here in Flint, when I be rolling through Flint, hey Mick, when we getting our money? Go ask your mayor. You know what I'm saying? Go ask your governor. But people, Big Gretch throw on them damn Cartier. Show you how foolish people that we are.
Did she get in on fixing the damn roads? How many potholes in Flint? I ain't gotta say nothing else. When you gonna wake up?
And we'll believe
how dumb
anything.
is you?
As long as you got to do, like he said, put on some damn bucks
Cartiers,
and do a
Big
line
Gretch.
dance.
This how silly blacks are.
That's right.
Big Gretch. They made a rap, and I'm not mad. It was the talented people, the brother that made the
I'm
song.
gonna say how ignorant we are. Who is the richest man in America? Go. See that? Who is the most powerful man in America? Go.
We don't know none of that, but we're gonna go with the Rothschilds.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is the president of the United States.
Well, they said since he took office, he didn't went up to his revenue.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Work.
We that ignorant, we that bought and paid for in a regime that don't give a damn about you. You gotta have leverage. I'm just saying we got to have leverage because our own turned against us all over the country. You got homeless, y'all.
We got some good news that just popped out.
Go ahead.
Teresa, I put it on the chat. She Wyntis, good news. She's in remission 5 times. Cancer survivor. Blessings to Teresa.
That's good news.
I texted her early this morning. I was so nervous and scared. She knew I was nervous and scared. Teresa, I'm so glad. Thank you, Jesus.
But don't nobody want to talk about really what's going on in California. You got corporations. You think them people will come over here? You cheap labor. People keep forgetting cheap labor was going on, but they create this. What we getting caught up in is really billionaire problems that have us down here feeling it. You think they can send money over to all these other countries and you can't fix Flint water problem? Over there, $1 billion came in, and you mean to tell me?
Mickey, if people understood this year, was it this year? I'm gonna say this year. I was moving money in the mayor's office earlier this year. When y'all first talking about Ashley Capital.
Facts.
One of there was Maurice D. Davis down there quietly in the mayor's office with some more residents in the city on the economic development board. I ain't talking about hypothetical. I'm putting you up on game. So if you don't understand, I get it because you're just ignorant to the fact of what I'm talking about. But if you want to continue on the road to your demise, it ain't gonna hurt me because I'll take my own advice. Yeah. I'm giving you, and I tell anybody, keep the podcast. That's all you have to do. If you're able to afford a phone in not many years coming, it's coming because technology replaces people. Them folks got a whole different agenda. They speak for you. You're not even in that. You can't even go see the mayor. Oh, I'm gonna be transparent. My door always. Yeah, that's politics.
You can't even talk to him.
But
he got another man calling you back.
At running, he
want to talk to everybody now.
That's the lie. Some of these Negroes done bought that don't have willpower to change. That's why I'm talking to the minister about. I said, whoa, we just cursed with ignorance, and mainly it's jealousy. I'm going to deliver the message because it don't take a dime out of my pocket.
That's right.
Look at AC Dumas. Just check AC Dumas.
That's right.
Just look at AC Dumas. AC Dumas tell you everything you need to know about this election. Look at, matter of fact, who even tell you more? Look at LaShawn and the mayor telling you everything you need to know. She lost. Couldn't take it. She not for the people. Her and AC Dumas, to be honest with you, was like Mr. 21 Jump Street himself when he got in there and messed LaShawn up. And I do believe
21 Savage.
I call him Jump Street because he's from here and there. But I'm telling you, when you go look at this, LaShawn only getting in there. They don't want Miss Biggs in that seat. Don't y'all get it twisted.
No, they don't. No.
Don't y'all get it twisted.
She might help the people.
Yeah, don't y'all get it twisted.
No, she will help the people.
She not, because if she get in there, listen, how, even with Liddell, all these people that y'all hear last night, when I did call her out, when he said, Liddell, you got your house, you got the sidewalk, your driveway. How all these people getting these French benefits?
Friends, brothers, and in-laws.
There ain't nothing wrong. I'm saying just going straight up. Dr. Weaver was up under so much scrutiny. She with her ass, they drug her to court on something. And then I'm not saying it verbatim, but then the one judge say this wasn't nothing but a witch hunt.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
But this mayor, right now, this mayor right here ain't been down there to court and all the stuff that he did. Ain't nobody realized that yet.
And Liddell is a god.
Right.
In this city.
And ain't nobody, he ain't been tried down to court. And you done seen stuff he did. Liddell done voted on her own, and they say you can't vote on your own. They went from a supermajority was 5 when it was 8 people on council. Remember, you supposed to round down. Remember, Liddell, it took me back. It made me go back and look like, whoa. I came in a time when you had to know how to count.
How many recalls been put in on Neely? I'll wait.
How many papers has been lost from the clerk office and ain't nobody said nothing when it got over to the county, but they just pass it right back. Now y'all gotta really look at this. Just think about it. Let's go and be real. Fuck it. It is what it is, because I'm out here. Rich know he don't live in that house. I don't care what nobody say. No water, no electricity. Let's be fucking real. Don't live in the house. He was still on the ballot?
Right.
He was on the ballot. You mean to tell me they went so far to try to say AC ain't stay there? But this the stuff they pull up. This is the stuff that they pull up, knowing that man don't stay there. This the games that they play. They knew Santino didn't live in the 3rd ward. Let's just be real. What's the other guy that's over at the county that was on the city council?
Josh Freeman.
Did he live in Flint? See, all these
they keep using addresses. I mean, one ain't no better than the next. They just use addresses.
But that's what I'm saying. Liddell Lewis, when Inez Brown was in there, Liddell wasn't even in there a full year. Did hers pass through? And they found out that it is. She wasn't there. She signed the affidavit. Wasn't there? What happened? This is Flint. Listen, I get it. Probably one of the most corrupted cities in the world. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the stuff that ain't nothing gonna happen. This system gonna keep getting the people that they need. That's why I just pray Miss Biggs and get in there. I don't know what more nobody can say. I'm just saying, we seen how it go. You see Leon got in there. We had people defending saying Leon was doing this. Then we got people, like I say,
they don't know nothing. And that's the sad part. People speaking ain't got 2 nickels rubbing together. Them folks know what they doing. Neely is savvy at what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not no peon. He's not operating on no opinion.
Griggs, I forgot about that. This Mark Hutchinson just reminded me of this. Said Freeman had pictures with him and his wife and children in Davidson. And don't forget, Griggs faked his address also. But this is Flint.
Well, let me give you a little backstory of knowledge since you're speaking where people live. Griggs owned that house over there on whoever named First or wherever going up the hill on Miller Road.
Right.
He owned it. He could use that as his address. Dumas owned that house over there on Baker. He could use that as his address. So I'm just giving you, that's in the book. So that's what I'm saying. You don't want to operate. Y'all only operate off of opinion and gossip or conversation. I only go with law and ordinance. I know what's on the book, what's legal and what's illegal. Liddell was not here. That was Inez, whoever was involved with that, knew they was breaking the law. It's a big difference. Now, if Elamine live out in Cotton Road or Beach, and that's where he live, and he don't own, but the problem is here he go. He got his businesses and his nonprofits where
in Flint.
He good. He good.
See, and do you know most, and I'm glad you said that, because most of our elite, they have a Flint address.
I keep telling you.
Stan Fenton, Stan Davidson.
Case, I got houses other places.
Yeah.
So
see, that's the point that I'm making. When the rules are set up by crooks, quit acting like this thing called America was set up by the righteous. Let's get that. Let's clear that shit up.
Liberty and justice for
Don't get it twisted. When Europe was opening their jails up, who they sent over here, Europe was gonna be pure. They sent them over here. So let's quit acting like how this thing was set up. All we having in and plus America's a capitalistic country, man.
Correct.
That's why I don't understand how they got these salary caps. You make what you make.
That's why. Did you see what Tay-Tay's comment? I love what she put up here. She said, until colonial shit, I can't even get the word out. Colonialism goes away, capitalism will stay. It's all connected, and nobody in this country will ever not be represented by this government.
But what happened, I ain't never seen this before, where the government turns in against its people. And that's what's done happened. This is brand new. I'm damn near 70 years old. I ain't never seen grown folks disrespected from administration and looking like me. But yet niggas talking about a Trump. He ain't doing what I seen kneeling them do to us.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all open your ignorant ass out. You better start waking up. This is new. Turning the police, calling 70-year-old people car stealing, snatching them out and calling them insurrectionists.
Yeah.
Protesters at 70 years old. Man, did y'all got your mind?
Maurice, that's what I said last year when they was trying to scare us with that Project 2025. I said, shit, it's already here in Flint.
That was a lie just to get you to
why they ain't talking about it no more?
They don't want the threat. Am I putting hickeys on? Let's clear up something. I'm not putting hickeys on Trump's ass.
I got you.
Trump is Trump all by himself. But what I'm saying is this: we have no other opposition saying, hey, okay, if you act funny, I don't care what you do, master. I'm still a Democrat. You out your damn mind. I'll go to the Republican then.
You see what this great we've been voting Democrat in Flint for how long?
Watch this. How many wards got Republicans in them? Do y'all know? No, you don't know.
Hey, look at
Republicans ain't a bad thing. They the rich. How come they got the beautiful homes and you got shacks?
You said that, and that made me look. You said Flint.
Shacks.
We Democrat. Well, look at all these Republican cities around here. They look beautiful.
Look at the Republican side, the Democrat side of town. First ward, second ward, third ward, fourth ward.
There you go.
It's y'all damn mind. God,
I got a question for you, though. This is my good brother, Alan L. The Constitution was created without black and brown advancement in America.
Correct.
So, I mean, if we're going to keep it real, let's keep it all
created for us.
Yeah, if we're going to keep it real, let's keep it all the way funky.
James Brown,
we wasn't even considered human.
Now look at this right here. Now look at this. And this what now check out this right here. Look at Dearborn. The Muslim community supports one another and they prosper. Flint has Neely and Taylor, etc. You can't win that way. Vote Miss Biggs. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all understand? And listen. I call Boule like, man, this brother, blood brothers. That's my brother. We go back and forth but we have dialogue. And we do it in the best of manner, because I will never disrespect him. He ain't never disrespect me. But this right, do you see this? The key word, supports one another.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's wrong with the situation here. I keep telling y'all, we got everybody it's so many chiefs and no Indians. They all like Flint. Listen, man, you was able to do what you want to do. I don't want to give up what Flint was being ran like. You was able to do numbers. You could hustle. You could do so much here that they will let you do. This is why you see some of this stuff going on.
Right.
Flint was a special place. You couldn't do all this other stuff like they was doing in other towns.
And you know what's scary to me? Needing them gaining momentum.
Facts.
It pissed me off because we don't have a voice and we too damn divided. He gaining, Liddell gaining momentum.
That's why I can't come on here and bash the council today because we got to.
Yeah, I'm not bashing them. I got
press
respect
forward.
for them.
We
Listen,
got to press forward.
they had to negotiate. And Dennis in the chat, they had to do what they had to do. I'm like, that's what I ain't want no people to think. I said I had to come back and look at it. I'm just telling y'all, I know a lot of people was hurt. So I was getting emails. I would never come on there. And so many people was calling.
Because we didn't get nothing,
and
Mickey.
I told them, I said, you got to hold on. You don't know. That was my whole thing. I'm like, let's just hold up and just see. But I'm glad Maurice, the councilman, came in. It was giving some explanation. I don't want to get out here and just blur out some BS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do agree with I will say I'm just saying this from what I see. Like I said, they got it down to 61. I can respect that. Only thing I would have did was took to knock another million. I could have went down to 60 and I could have been satisfied to knock his budget from $1 million and just leave it at 500,000. Yeah, see, hey, Dennis, hey, that's why I said I gotta respect what he said. He said, tell me the last time a council cut the mayor's budget by 10%. That's what he did. That's what they did last night. I gotta respect.
They did all they could do.
That's the point.
They did all they could do.
That's the point that I was trying. You know what I'm saying? And I go back. Hey, listen, I'm not a budget expert. I don't know. I just said when I seen I would have cut it down, but they did what they did. That's why I won't get on here and knock it. But I do know get Miss Biggs in that third ward seat. I'm not Dennis. I'm not gonna go with you with AC. He's a crook. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like AC talk. He talks with a double tongue.
Got to have Miss Biggs.
Yeah, like I said, he cool with that. And he's in the, I don't need nobody else that's one of these. I don't need no more clergy, man. He a deacon and we're done with them. Because these people that they send in front of us do not believe in God. Their God is the color of green, money. And right now, credit cards.
Every problem has a solution. The beginning of it is Miss Biggs in 2026 get some real residents to work with Dennis and them. We'll be all right.
Hey, that's where I'm at with it. But you still.
He said, Dennis said we cut $7 million in spending, not what we wanted, but it's a step in the right direction.
Hopefully we don't go in receivership 2026. Because some people do that to you.
Dennis, while you're answering questions, was it any money? Was it any extra money added to the pot for the residents for home improvements? I mean, how did that work out with that ARPA money? We've been asking for a little help.
That's why that's why this August 5th election is so important.
You gotta see the new council to get help.
Ancient lady with the $5 super chat said, keep doing what y'all doing and will. Okay, let me see what Dennis said. We need Biggs to stop that $75,000 scam. That's why I keep saying get Miss Biggs in there. And you heard the man himself, we need Biggs.
We gotta have
Didn't say nobody else. Biggs.
Well, he's the only one I heard come out and say
that's why I respect Biggs. That's why I respect Dennis. That's why I respect
Dennis. Said we need Biggs.
He the only one came out and said it.
I haven't heard anyone else say we need Miss Biggs.
That's why I respect Dennis.
People been trying to stay neutral.
Neutral?
Yes, sir.
Dennis came out and told you what he needed. God damn it.
Have you heard any other council member say we need Biggs? Have you heard them on any live?
No. Hey, Wyntis.
I'm keeping the peace. All I'm doing is stating the facts. Have you heard anybody else say we need Biggs?
That's breaking news to me.
Hell yeah.
I ain't heard nobody else say that. I know what they didn't vote it when they said it, but out in public.
Shit, well,
have you heard anybody say just come outright and say we need Biggs? No, so I'm telling
Biggs
the truth.
is the answer.
This is the first one I heard say that.
Yeah, let AC finish being the vice president. The first vice president should be the last vice president of the NAACP.
Jared said he heard Tanya. I haven't. I don't watch her show, so maybe she said it.
Oh, they said.
So she says she says it all the time. Okay, only thing I heard her say the last time I heard her say is that we need AC and Biggs to make it forward. Now, if she's came out and endorsed Biggs since, then I take back what I said.
They said, see, that's why.
So what did Eric get done?
They said Tanya Burns want Beverly Biggs. Y'all see, it's a change in coming.
Oh yeah, and then they said they heard JWC say it. Okay.
Y'all heard what Dennis said. We all need to hit the streets for big. See, this is why I could sit back and take a few stogies with the Pfeiffer boys.
I'm talking about statements like this. I ain't seen that type of statement.
They need to come on your platform and put Miss Biggs is who
That's what I'm saying.
Endorse. Just like if Dennis could do it, they need to do it. This ain't nothing to play with. We done. We're done.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Hot damn it. But it's all peace for me, but I gotta put the queen up there. Miss Eunice, you know she gonna call a ball, a strike. She said she hasn't said that. She talks bigs, but I got you. Okay, I put it up there. That's Miss Eunice.
It's time for them to make their public endorsements then. Because they got an election coming in 20. You can't play games. Look, we have nothing now.
Nothing.
Okay, J.W. Biggs said it from her council
JWC.
seat.
Okay.
Oh, Bonnie Vanner said, I heard Tanya said, like, hey, I'm just putting up the comments. This ain't Mickey. I'm reporting the news. I still got love. We're going to get through this thing. That's all I can tell you.
We need all hands
nobody.
on deck.
I keep telling you, I said we need all our players. I need to start players on the field, not on injured reserve. But I do agree with Maurice. You got to put it on the floor, though.
And then
strongly.
That way you don't have to worry about who's the mayor. If you get 6 seated, the council becomes the mayor. Yeah. You veto anything that come up there. Then it's asking. Yeah. You become the controller of the city, the real purse strings. If you don't like something, you veto it. If you want to move these stipulations so the North End could get help, and without your income base, people need help.
There's a question for you, Wyntis. Oh yeah, go ahead. My bad, Mr.
I'm quiet.
That's all well and good, but that Weaver Gilchrist need to back Biggs publicly because I believe they whispered behind her back supporting AC.
Oh, they for AC.
They for AC all day long. That's they can walk around with a big shirt on. We know for AC. Aoni Gilchrist's wife is president of the NAACP.
It's clicks.
Beautiful
AC
lady.
Dumas is first vice president of the NAACP, and they had, like he said, it's clicks. They with AC, and it's no knock. It's truth. It's facts.
They call who they want to run.
But that's the problem. We need to quit letting these recycled politicians pick our people for us. The people need to pick their own people, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
You doing with all y'all might. You and Mickey Wyntis.
Yeah, for sure. Stanley Earl Davis. No. We did not say nothing. Don't come here with that. It's nothing but respect, admiration, and love for the councilwoman.
And I know she watching, and I know people may go back and say something about her. Nobody is knocking. Nobody said we're gonna make Tanya crash out on Saturday.
She got too much class for that. See the picture.
Nobody is talking about nobody. Okay,
took it the wrong way.
And that's what happens with all of this shit between these different platforms going back taking stuff.
Yeah. Nothing but respect.
No,
cut that out.
We're talking about
we need all 4 of the ones to stay in unity. All 4.
I know, especially she need help bad as how they was trying to throw her off. They was trying to image Tanya. Let's keep it 100. Y'all forgot Tanya in court right now. Well, I don't know if she still is. Remember, they tried to suspend her for 90 days.
Sure did.
Remember all the stuff she was coming. So look, I'm not. And the way they did her. What was that public shaming they tried to do to her? And JWC and Dennis, I know they won't, you know what I'm saying? I get it, but I'm just saying, Beverly Biggs, Levy.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah. Get Biggs in that seat.
Trevor said he wanted to say something before we went on.
Travis.
All right, guys. Let me mute my side real quick and then unmute here. All right. So. All right. Listening to Mr. Charlie yesterday, he said raise some funds for some FOIAs, and we've had some questions for a little bit, including the line items that we saw the other day. Didn't get the whole page, and Dennis has said FOIA it. Okay. I'm starting up a GoFundMe. It's going to be separate from the 810 payments, just because we need those to keep the bills paid here. But if anyone has some extra funds, I'll be posting in Flint Politics Reboot to help us with some FOIAs. First on the list is, like I said, those line items. Second on the list is going to be the ambulance expenditures as well as revenue, so we can see where the hell it's lying. Because when Genesee County EMS calls them out in terms of how much they're making or how much they've made and how much the general reimbursement is, then there's some really good and big questions there. There's going to be further FOIAs down the road as we have questions that come up. But that's about where I'm at right now. If you guys would like to help, that's great. I can't do it all on my own. And we really do need what we already get from YouTube for our bills. So if you guys have any extra, anything that you can help with, that'd be great. That just about does it for me, guys.
Gotta unmute us. My bad. Gotta unmute us. Gotta do better. Gotta do better.
When is the next meeting? Are they on no, they ain't on vacation till next month. The next meeting, I do believe, is Monday. Yesterday was Wednesday, but yesterday was a special meeting. So no, the next meeting is not till Wednesday. Is it the third Wednesday of the month? First and third Wednesdays are committee meetings. Second and fourth Mondays are council meetings. So we go look at the calendar. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So the next meeting is on the 18th. And that will be the regular committee meetings. Next Wednesday. So people, I mean, we still got to keep coming to council meetings. I mean, just because the budget passed, don't get up. If you go back and watch it, I missed a lot of the public speaking yesterday, but it was some great speakers when I listened to it. Lottie moved me. Lottie said, don't pass shit. Let the city burn down. Let the state take over, because we done already lost every damn thing. She said, y'all whooping the seniors. You got the police on you, brutalizing them. She said, stop some of these damn thugs running around here with masks and shit on. She said, I wouldn't be mad if y'all was pulling them over and stuff. She said she tired of sleeping, hearing gunshots, got a duck on the floor, cars racing up and down the street. I know where she staying. I know what she going through. And then to get no help.
And
we got 2026 is coming.
That's what I would say before we shut down. The election is August 5th.
Yep.
I would utilize that lectern, podium, whatever y'all want to call it, stage, start telling on public record, we must have Beverly Biggs in that seat in the 3rd ward.
Right.
Because it's that time now.
If they didn't stop LaShawn, everybody hit that podium.
Well, they have that right to say what you want to say.
And well, let's go.
Because why? We only got a couple, 3 or 4 weeks, but that's all over. And it goes into the houses, into the senior complexes and nursing homes. Go to that podium. We need Mrs. Biggs. If you kin to somebody, you ain't got to live in that ward then. We need Miss Biggs in that 3rd ward. That'll be able to start healing the brutality toward the seniors, our tax, and then all of these assess higher taxes. We got to control that. It begins with Miss Biggs in that 3rd ward. Yeah. That's something I would say. Got to utilize that podium as an ally for the residents.
You're right.
That's what I would suggest.
All right, y'all. Well, we are out of here. If you have it, because listen, this is like Trevor said, we got a lot of things going on. If you can help us out in any way, shape, form, or fashion, help us out. Okay, hit that Cash App, $810 News Media Group. Activism is hard.
See, Kevin Earl said, I'm going to have to fly up there to take y'all out to lunch, and not we'll send some Texas country boy. Kevin Earl's my guy. All right. Hey, y'all know what? We out. Suckers.
We did not gather here to ask politely. We are here to declare with one voice that injustice has met its match with the people of Flint. This moment is not about one man. It's about every citizen. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, and beyond, who has been ignored, mistreated, and silenced by the very systems that is meant to protect them. It's about every family who has buried their pain in silence. It's about every child growing up in a city where power speaks louder than truth. We are done waiting.